Well, good afternoon and welcome to the KLPGA Country Club for Day 2 coverage of the Nexen SaintNine Masters. It was a little dribbly and overcast as play concluded yesterday evening. A little fog set in this morning, but we're bathed in resplendent sunshine this afternoon. These are your featured groups, Lee Se-hee, alongside one of the overnight co-leaders, Kim Min-sun and Kim Aro-mi. Just behind them, Yoo Hyun-jo, in the company of So Kyo-rim and Yang Hyo-jin. They went off at noon local time here in South Korea. Just behind them, Kim Shi-hyun, An Ji-hyun, and the 2019 KLPGA Tour Rookie of the Year, Cho Ah-yan. The defending champion, Bang Shin-sil, got her campaign off to a slow start, 71 yesterday. She's with the super talented Kim Min-sol and Im Jin-young. Three-way tie for the lead coming into today's second round at 7 under par, but look at that, Jun Yi-sung picking up right where she left off, blitzing her back nine, 4 birdies in a row en route to that 67. She leads by 1 over Kim Min-sun, who got off to a terrific start today. 4 early birdies for her, see her up to 11 under par. Jung Yoon-ji, best of the rest, birdie finish to leave her at 9 under par with 1 round to play. We're going to be keeping an eye on that cut line, which was projected at 1 under par overnight, but again, benign scoring conditions here at KLPGA have moved that up to 2 under. Right now, that is a tie for 55th. Low 60 and ties will make it through to the final round of the 17th playing of the Nexen SaintNine Masters. Good going from a couple of the Thai ladies in the field. Jaravi Bunchan struggled to a 74 today, but she should be safe. She's in the clubhouse at 2 under par, and nice little comeback for the rookie this year, Pacharajuta Krongpan, 70 today to back up an opening round of 71. She's safely through to the weekend. Jun Yuri and company, well, they're going to need some help. Despite a birdie on the last, you just don't think 1 under par is going to make it. So could be an early exit in this 4th event of the season for Jun Yuri. Now let's get out to the golf course for some live action. And here is Kim Min-sun 7 with a chance to tie the lead. Technically a 2-time winner on the KLPGA Tour, did win as an amateur a couple of years ago, got her first professional victory last season at the Dukshin EPC Championship, has enjoyed a very solid career thus far, still in its infancy, you have to say, and she finds herself battling for another title just outside the city of Gimhae. Lin, putt coming up on 18 to get herself to 2 under. That would have moved her to safety. Oh boy, it's going to be a uncomfortable, nervy afternoon. 71 today for Lin. A couple of drop shots around the turn, really putting pay to her chances. 120 players in the field this week. Here's a lady who knows success at this layout. Twice a winner here, Choi Eun-woo. Having another good week. She's at 7 under. She's already picked up birdies at 1 and 6 and has a good chance for another there at 9. And just coming up short of the par 3 6th is where we find Im Jin-young. Relatively basic looking chip shot, you have to say. Just coming off a birdie back at 5. So she's 2 under par for her round. Fairway off the tee here at the 18th on G1. Kim Min-sun 7 and Jun Yi-sung all had a share of the lead coming into today's second round. She's treading water at the moment. Here's Hong, early birdie at the 12th. Gave it straight back with a drop shot at 13, so she's level par for her round thus far. Back to 6 and Kim Min Sol. Just off the edge of the green at this par 3. And almost into the bottom of the cup. Good stroke there. 3 victories already in her young career. Won last week at the Financial Group Open. Temperatures certainly a lot warmer today than they were yesterday. Still in the middle of springtime in South Korea, but temperatures starting to bump up a little. That's a lovely shot from Saw Rim. She'll have a look to take her tally to 4 under par. Yeah, Shinsil won this title last year. A 5-time winner on the KLPGA Tour. So picked up a couple birdies today. Be keen to add to that tally here after a nice tee shot. Can't get it to drop. Choi Yun-woo. A little bit of right to left movement in this putt for the 2-time champion. She knows these greens so very well, Choi. She's piecing together a very productive round of golf out in 3 under par. Back down the fairway on the 9th. Here is the big hitting Kim Min Sun 7. G1 trying to get herself under par for the day. Looks good, just needed a little more speed. Level par for her front 9, the back 9 of this golf course, so she'll head off to the first. And it's par 4 7th. So we find Min Sol, 2 victories last season on the KLPGA Tour, broke through at the BC Card Hankyong Ladies Cup in a chaotic finish on the 72nd hole, then won the Dongbu Construction Korea Championship, the only Stableford event on the schedule a bit later on in the year. Fantastic season. Kim Min Sol 7. Sol killed him. That lovely approach with just about 6 feet. Good putt there. Runner up at the Siena Open back at the beginning of April. It's the biggest check she's cashed in her career, the KLPGA Tour rookie, Shin-sil. We missed the cut at that Siena Open at the start of April, but just outside the top 5 last week at the Financial Group, and that's a huge break. Another yard left. That's wedged in some trees and now finds herself just on the edge of the fairway. Now to the 9th, and Lee Se-hee Just inside of 100 meters. Expect this one within 10 feet more often than not. Pretty sharp dog legs, significant dog legs. Players have to negotiate around Kim Hae Gaia. 7th hole bends significantly from right to left. Going to be expecting some target golf. That wind that normally is a factor around Kim Hae Gaia has not materialized at all through these first 2 days. You've got to take advantage. We just have wedge in hand of these par 5s. Eyeing this one up with interest. That's right. Lovely shot from Kim Min Sun 7. Certainly are nice and receptive, so good scoring conditions for these afternoon starters on Saturday. Now, back down to the 7th and Bang's second shot. Strike's going to be key coming out of this left rough, but the right hole location this Saturday should be more accessible from this angle. Good sensible shot there from Shin Sil. Giving herself a nice look. She's really matured very nicely as a player for the last couple of seasons. Used to be all out attack, but she's thinking a lot better around the golf course. Creating more opportunities for herself. More often than not capitalizing. That looks like a bit of a hook lie in this fairway for Im Jin Young. Ball above her feet. Does tend to put a little more draw spin on the ball, so that right hole location not going to be too optically pleasing for her. Maybe just start it right edge of the green. Let that natural right to left shape take it back towards the center. Pretty good. Going to be showing Bang Shin Sil the line though. Jin Young. It's just so solid all week long at the IM Financial Group Open. 23rd. KLPGA Tour money list through the first 3 events. Technically, it is a rookie season on the KLPGA Tour, so she tops the Rookie of the Year points race. I'd like to be a 3-time winner on tour already and still be considered a rookie. Have a look at this flag finder from Min Sol. She's pretty good, this kid. Turned pro coming up 2 years ago, back in July 2024. Approach into the 9th. Lee Se-hee on that projected cut line right now. You can't afford to be just coasting, lifting and coasting home. Got to stay aggressive. Take the chances when you get them. This is a good look here at the par 5. Just never got that started high enough. toe iron. Long way back on 8. She's coming in there with a hybrid. To get it to stick on that front segment of the green. She's done pretty well, all things considered. Well, was on scholarship with that putt from Issei Heat. Kim Min-sun 7, really no excuses here. She knows she has to start this just outside right lip with good pace. With 9 holes left to play in her round. Goodness me. That could be a real shootout set up for tomorrow afternoon between herself and Jun Yi-sung. Jung Yoon-ji, the next closest challenger, and she's already posted 9 under through 36 holes. Oh, this is it low as well, Kim Min-sun 7. And after that string of 4 birdies in a row at the start of her round, it's been a run of pars for Kim. Still 4 under par at the turn. As we return to the 7th green and a couple of birdie looks for today's featured group. Looks like it's going to be Im Jin-young to putt first. Bang Jun-sil will certainly be keeping a close eye on this one. Years of age now, Jin Young, the season opening event in Thailand. Middle of March, the Ridgeron Championship for her breakthrough title on tour. And since has struggled to replicate that format, he withdrew from last week's event at the Financial Group Open, but still leads the money list courtesy of that victory at Amata Springs. Shin-sil. Pretty much putting on the exact same line as Im Jin-young. This has always been the club. If it starts to heat up for Shin-sil, she can make a barrage of birdies, and she's going to need it to keep pace with Jun Yi-sung's lead. 12 under par. Looks like she wasn't paying attention at all. Almost a carbon copy putt of Jin Young. Out to the back 9. And Choi Eun-woo, a slight downslope to this front pin at the 10th. She was really dialed in, Choi. Excellent shot to leave it underneath the hole as well. That's some very good distance control. Go back to what you would have to say is just a routine cleanup for Kim Min-sol to move herself to 8 under par. Easy as you like. Still early days in the season, this just being the 4th event, but wouldn't it be something if she was to win money list, the points list, and Rookie of the Year honors all in the same year? See the elevation and the shaping of so many holes, a real feature here at Gaia. Gotta be able to work your ball both ways. You want to maximize your opportunities to attack on this layout. Minsol with plenty of momentum in her corner. With a 67 yesterday, already 3 under par through her first 7 holes. This Saturday, we have the honour of the 8th tee. Body language looked like she'd lost that a little right, but that's perfect. Just right half of the fairway. The 13th time we've come to Gimhe Gaia for this championship. Still looking to be the first person to defend since Choi Yun-woo. That definitely looks like it's leaking right for Bang. But, yeah, it's a nice soft bounce. Looks like that stayed in the fairway as well. Teeing off slightly uphill, so that ball pitching into an upslope does minimize the amount of run out it's going to get as we go up to the green for Ayan's birdie look. It's going to drift off low, unfortunately, for Cho. She won Rookie of the Year in 2019. Just performs so consistently. She bested a certain In Hee Jung who won a major championship that season, KB Financial Group Star Championship at Blackstone. Oh, that was quick from Jin Young. Quick duck hook to the left. Need to get lucky here, and she does. Nice to see a good crowd out there following today's featured group. Start of the weekend here in South Korea. Just from the first cut of rough into the ninth is where we find So Kyo Rim. Despite coming out of that thicker rough, getting it to land nice and soft. Good shot for So. Cool 1 billion Korean won prize purse up for grabs this week for the ladies. Shinsil knows what it's like to taste victory here at Gimhe Gaia. Her two playing partners have already been in the winner's circle this season. Lovely look from behind the 10th tee as Kim In-sun 7 gets to start her track on the inward 9. Wide fairway here at 10, can really let loose. Her power should be able to get to the green in 2 as long as she gets it away safely off this tee, which she has done. Park Gaeol, who has had a poor championship so far, needs the back nine of her life if she wants to be around tomorrow. That's a good start for Park, back to where she began the day, but she's going to need at least another 5 more. It's going to be coming up on almost 8 years since she last won the KLPGA Tour. It was the Sokyung Network's Ladies Classic. 2008, 2018, excuse me. Yu Hyun-ju, another player who is uncharacteristically struggling at Light Park. She finds a birdie. There's ugly scorecard though. 5 over par. Front line of 41, a double at the 8. That really hurts. Choi Yun-woo trying to get herself up alongside Jung Yoon-ji at 9 under. Trying to string them together, Choi Yun-woo. Horses for courses. Really likes the look of this Kim Hee-Gaia layout. Up to 9 and Kyo Rim. Slippery one down the slope for a 4. Good look at what faces Bang Chun-sil. She plays up the hill to the 8th. Very similar optically to what the players will see back on the 7th. Come up a little elevation, but the pin here on 8 and the front left corner of the green. It's an 8 iron for Bang. It'll have to be a well struck one. Sounded like pretty good contact. Definitely was. What a shot. Just enough breeze about. It feels more like a cooling breeze than one that's going to really trouble the players. Now Min Sol, absolute stalwart on the Korean ladies national team for a couple of years before eventually turning pro in 2024. Played a lot on the Dream Tour. She topped the money list. Exceptional. 2 great shots in from Kim and Bang. Jin Young. See, this is just a little uncharted territory for her. Into these featured groups, courtesy of a strong performance to start the season. I have to say, just looks the most nervous of the 3. Scorecard doesn't reflect that. Playing nicely at 4 under. Quality shots. 3 excellent looks at birdie. The girls on the 8th. That's how your leaderboard stacks up at this stage of the championship. Chen Yi-sung backing up a 65 with a 67 this morning to lead by 1. Kim Min-sun with 9 whole holes to play to try and leapfrog her. We're into day 2 of this 54-hole event. this is shaping to be a bit of a birdie fest. You wouldn't want to bet against this lady. Chance to move to 9 under for Kim Min-sol. No, does it have the speed? And there's your answer. It's got to be aggressive, really. Imagine this is going to be the aggressive play. She's waited for the green to clear, has the horsepower to do it. Kim Min-sun 7. 230 effectively, playing 220 with the elevation. It's a low bullet cut starting at the track, turning back towards the green. Oh, just gets a soft bounce in that little rough patch. That's okay. As long as the lie's clean, should be a fairly straightforward up and down. Shin-sil. Okay, just want to see putts approach the hole with some conviction. Those are the ones that drop. Course isn't hard enough where you're going to have to be putting defensively, especially when you're coming uphill. Golden chance to try to continue to climb that leaderboard for the defending champion. Good putt. A great 3. Shin-sil to 4 under. Choi Yeon-woo. Safety down the fairway, down the hill at 11. This is her second shot to the back left hole location. The leaderboard of power hitters, the great plotter Choi Yeon-woo is making her presence felt. That's a lovely shot. Jin-young. Just move a touch to her left for this putt. I think she's just in the right edge of the fairway. Cho Ah-yeon at 9, soft green, so try to pitch this the full distance. One hop and stop. Just like that. Oh, acting like the wrist might be a little jarred. Let's hope that's nothing more than a tiny tweak for Cho. Kim Ah-ro-mi. A couple of players struggling. +5, gotta run the tables. That's going to be helpful. Good shot. Going through the Dream Tour qualifying tournament around this season. Kim Shi-hyun. Outside the number at the moment, but still with plenty of holes to play. Lee Seung-yeon ahead at 11, playing alongside Choi Yeon-woo. Love a similar shot. She'll deliver. So the tee box at the par 5 ninth, you can see just in the right half of your screen. Even for the big hitters like Min-sol and Shin-sil, this green out of reach. Still got to get a good tee shot away. This whole dogleg sharply from left to right. But with her power, she can clearly bite off a little bit more of this dogleg, really shorten up that second shot significantly. It's going to be a big poke from that left rough, but tee shot's okay for Bang.
카메라 소리 안 나요? 부탁드립니다.
This can't be a tee shot. No. You see, that's a third to the 10th. On the rough, but a nice angle to this pin. Some release. Yeah, pretty good from Sehi. Just watch this textbook golf swing. A little bit of shaft lean with the driver. Other than that, you have to say, biomechanically, that is about as textbook as it comes. Kim Min Sol 7. But just 19 years of age, my goodness, what a talent. Jin Young, ample room just down the left half of this fairway to try hit a little low scuttler. I love hearing the crowd reactions from the galleries here in South Korea. You do hear some strange ones. And to keep the birdie train rolling, this for another at 11. No, not this time. Outside right edge for this birdie putt at 9. Beautifully holed. Well done, Cho Ayan. Bug at wrist and all. Turns in 4 under par 32. Matching the outward half effort of Kim Min Sun 7, who's got this pitch shot coming up at the 10th. So from this range, you're not going to get that much spin on it. So maybe look to carry it just past the front fringe and have it roll out. Tried to put the spin on it. Just didn't quite see that play though. A little more complicated than it needed to be. It's good to see some young fans out there supporting their favorite golfers. Our future KLPGA Tour star amongst that crowd, I wonder. It's quite a big collection of them, has to be said. Right, to move herself onto that projected cut line of 2 under par, Kim Chi-hyun at 9. Yeah, well hauled, good birdie. It's on 7 now, coming down the hill for her birdie at the 10th. Squanders a great opportunity. For the moment, Sung still leads by 1. Just try to square those shoulders up for Lee Seung-yeon. Straight pull there, could see it off the putter face, never had a chance to start on line. Sehi, maybe just on the left edge or just outside the left edge, depending on the pace when she wants to hit this. moved. Going to be layups for all three players in this featured group at the 9th. Just about trying to pick a number that you're comfortable with. The only place you don't want to be is in that fairway bunker on the left-hand side.
화장실 안 가셔도 괜찮죠?
Made one. And you start to feel maybe a bit of confidence. Sort of freewheeler on the back 9. That's deflating. Shinsil looks clean from that left-hand rough. Try and nudge it down this fairway, hope for a little extra run. Doesn't quite get it, but that's fine. Sol could get it close to the front edge if he really smokes this one. Oh, it's turning a little left. Yeah. Good leave though, just short of that greenside bunker. Should have about a 30-40 yard pitch to that pin. It's on 7. Try hit a big high roping draw off this tee at 11. Get it to catch the speed slot. Leaning like this is a little further right than she would like. Nope. Catches that nice bounce and there it goes. Getting to 10 for So Kyo-rim. Oh, my goodness, 2 big hits there for So. It's going to be for eagle. First player I believe we've seen in 2 days actually get onto that 10th green in 2. Hyun-ju is hoping to become the second player to do just that. Rookie of the year certainly doesn't lack for speed. This one pulled a little, looks like it's hitting a fraction left. It's a nice kick though. It's going to settle up on the green. Lovely.
유틸리티 치잖아요. 유틸리 치는 대로 이래 나가면 작게 그리고 작게 나가는 건 어디지?
Put a lot of time and work for the last, say, 24 months or so on this particular part of her game. A wedge play. Specifically her off-speed wedge shots. Just try to dial in that distance control. Hit it a long way. Gonna have a lot of these shots. Got to find a way to score more effectively with these clubs. Pretty good for Shin-sil. Have to think the target in her mind. Probably get to 8 under and accept the fact that you might have to shoot something in the low 60s tomorrow if you want to repeat as champion. Just given the pace of scoring that we've seen over these first 1.5, 2 days, winning score probably going to be in the mid to high teens under par. Jin Young from a couple of yards closer than Shin-sil. take something off that with an abbreviated follow through. Pulled it a fraction, but that should stay on the putting surface. Choi-An gonna go and give a couple of well-deserved high fives to the fans, the kids that have come out to watch the golf this afternoon. That's always a nice touch from the players. Okay, it's a similar-ish shot to the one that we just saw Kim Min Sun 7 play on 10. It's one that I feel a lot of players tend to overcomplicate. Loft is your friend. You don't have to hit everything. Tons of spin. Played the showstopper. 43 meters off this upslope. You can feel like you're pitching this 37, 38. Pick a nice flat spot and just visualize that ball rolling out like a putt. Was trying to play that spinner, didn't carry that near firing, sloppy from Sol. Yang Hyo-jin finds himself at 3 under par. Drive one in low and spinning into 10. That is inexcusable there. To miss a green from 7 yards with nothing in the way. Choi Eun-woo. Just taking a little pause after that par 11. Let's see if she can give herself another great look. Here she is on 12. Come up the hill from 133 meters. Pretty good. Settle down. Okay. Quite though. And that's finished. Come up a pretty steep slope to the green. Back on 9. Kim Min Sol hasn't lost her turn yet. She's got to putt for birdie before either one of her playing partners does. Through a little hollow in the front segment of this green. Stay fairly straight through it. That's that 100-yard marker that we saw EA1 right next to coverage yesterday. It's just a step or two behind that. Just got wedge out to this green. Low little cutter. Contact sounded heavy, but thankfully that ball will release on a little more. Playing 4. Hyo-jin at 10. Looks makeable. Contact from Young. That'll give an indication that this putt for Im Jin-young should move from left to right. Just a little more than she thought. So the tally remains 4 under. Trying to move left to right, slider for birdie at 12. Should start to mosey right from there if it has the pace. For the judgment there, Choi. It's nice that KLPGA does make great efforts to inspire the next generation of golfers in South Korea. Whether they do go on to compete at the highest level of the game or not, winning the game in South Korea is hugely popular. And for a country with a population of just over 52 million people, to have 7 million registered golfers, well, that is something. Long may it continue. Bang Shin-sil was one of those kids not too long ago, and look at where she is now. That was going to keep turning, just skids on straight for Bang. Going to have a little bit of movement off the left for Kim Min-sun 7 as it works its way up the hill towards the cup. Under hit and under red. Hardly a good combination if you're trying to make putts. It's an eagle putt for Yoo Hyun-ju. She could certainly do with it dropping down the hill, moving off the right. Form is not exactly guaranteed just yet. To the right for a birdie putt at 12. It's coming off the fringe, but should roll fairly smoothly through that. Tracking nicely, she's got another. Done, Lee Seung-yeon. Two great hits. Eagle putt for Kyo Rim. Pretty well read, good effort for Kim. I think that's a pretty straightforward kick in to move her to 5 under par. So, featured group now on the tee at the 10th at Bang Shin-sil. Certainly be looking to unleash one and bring this green into range for that second shot. She starts the back 9, 4 under par, trailing the lead by 8.
오, 250.
Not to be outdone, I'm sure Kim Min-sol is going to give this one a good thump as well. Again, like I mentioned earlier, pretty generous landing area off this 10th tee, so especially from an elevated tee box, the players feel like they can wail away at this a little harder. Set up for the big slinging draw. Is it slinging? Yes, it is. It's a good 20 yards past Bang Chun-Sil. Down to the green, and Hyun-Jo for her birdie. Okay, it's another. Should get herself to 5 under par momentarily. So Kyorim. Find the green in 2, walk off with an easy 2-putt. Simple game, really. Jin Young rounds out this threesome back on the tee.
언니 이뻐요. 크게 해줘. 언니 이뻐요.
Back to 11. And opportunity for Lee Se-hee. Give herself a little cushion against that cut line. Good effort, just a touch high for Se-hee. To the 13th, and Choi Yun-woo saw a lot of good tee shots on this par 3 yesterday. Pins a little further back in the green today, 21 paces on. Just be a little half wedge from this point in the fairway. Beautifully done. Lovely shot from Cho. Back on 12T. That's where we find Kim Min-sun 7. Players start to turn back up the hill now. See, pitching into that upslope, hardly get any run on that ball, but finds the fairway, which was priority number 1. Sun continues to lead by 1. Kim Min-sun has just stalled a little on the par train at the moment. She tries to make inroads up that leaderboard on Saturday at the Nexen SaintNine Masters. quick one for birdie at 10. Oh no. Gosh, that looked in all the way for Cho. But unfortunately, that one stays above ground as we go across to the par 3 13th. And Lee Seong-yeon, who's just holed one from off the green back at 12. Could possibly do it again, could she? Took a little wobble. I just wonder if that knocked it offline enough. Good try though from Seong-yeon. On the 10th. Okay, back to even par. Remember that projected cut 2 under. Her fans want her to be around for one more day of golf. Kim Hae. We've seen very reachable today, this 10th, in slightly warmer conditions. Jin Young going to be first to play. Quite used to it. The company she's keeping in these first 2 rounds, Kim Min-sol and Bang Shin-sil. She can flatten out this ball flight a little, hope for a good kick just short of the green, and if she is so lucky, could scamper on. Start at left, staying left. That's that good kick. Not going to make it all the way onto the green, but that's a very handy leave. Years of age now, but a serial campaigner on the KLPGA Tour. Wow, that really bobbled through the fringe. I don't think this needs to be a 3-wood for Shin-sil, maybe a hybrid. You're better off coming up just short of this green than, pitching it pin high and having it shoot off towards the back of the green. Trying to hit a high cut in there. It's certainly high. Is it cutting? Oh, but that's okay. Like I said, that's the better leave. Slightly above the feet of Kim coming into 12 and off a slight upslope. So this one's going to be high and turning from right to left. Managed that pretty well. Good shot. Definitely going to be a hybrid. Kim Min-sol. Effectively trying to feel like you pitch this about 190, maybe 195. Start a good line if it's just holding. 3 pretty good shots. You have to say, that's what you expect. At least 2 birdies out of this group, if not all 3. Young, and find yourself at 3 over par for the tournament. 5 shots outside the projected cut line. This is her 3rd shot into the par 5 ninth. Nice, simple little pitch for Bang Shin Sil. Carried about a third of the way there, have it run out the rest. Oh, into the bottom of the cup. Hello, hello, Bang Shin Sil, an eagle 3 to start the back 9 for the defending champion. You get those little bonuses, you can't help but smile. I told you that was an easy spot. Look at this. Played that to perfection. Hit her spot. Gave it a chance, and every once in a while, that gives you a little bonus. Lovely 3 for Bang Shin Sil. Right, C1, play 1. Over to you, Kim Min Sol. Just on the ankle, a little less downslope than Shin Sil had to contend with, but I imagine the shot selection's got to be fairly similar. Just plop it on the green, let the contours do the rest of the work. Not another. Oh. Scared me for a moment there. It's a lovely try from Kim Min Sol. Way up the hill on 12 is where we find Kim Min Sun 7 with another chance to join Jun Yi Sung at 12 under. So much movement in the last portion of that putt that the players aren't quite seeing. She's staying solid though, and she's staying within touch. Right, hopefully we're paying close attention, Jin Young. Couldn't. She has! Oh, I said there'd be 2 out of 3. I meant birdies, not eagles. Goodness me, what a display for Bang Shin Sil and now Im Jin Young. Just a case of deja vu. Eagle 3. If you're Kim Min Sol, you're thinking, hang on a minute, I've played a really solid hole. I'm going to be teeing off last on the 11th. This isn't exactly a tap-in. In reality, doesn't have to give the hole away from this range. It's just about a nice solid stroke and a square club face at impact. Ouch. Golf. You see your 2 playing partners hit unbelievable shots and play a pretty good one, walk off with par. It's not a fair game. No one said it was. Now Yun for her birdie at the 9th. Can't get it to go. Can definitely take advantage of her power here, cover that left trap, get it chasing down the ski slope. Oh, took a little soft bounce, but it should meander down that hill a little more. Jin Young, don't think she's going to go quite as far left as Shin Sil, maybe just over the right edge of that fairway bunker as her start line. does get the big kick, and look at this one go racing on down the hill. Got to shake off that little miss back on 10. Refocus over this tee shot on 11. Yeah, pretty good for Kim Min Sol. Just hangs on to the right edge of the fairway. Okay, to 13. Kim Min Sun 7. Should just be a smooth 8 iron from here. Don't think she can step a 9 all the way back. It's a 7 iron. Gosh, it's going to have to be really feathered. Pretty good. All over the stick. It's another birdie. That moves her to 1 under. Long one into the uphill 14. Tough hole. Longest of the par 4s on this inward 9. Finds the green, gives herself a nice chance, a nice look at a birdie 3. He back on 13. One of the best we've seen on this par 3. Glorious tee shot. But if anyone makes a hole in 1 this week on this par 3, they're going to walk away with that beautiful new Duxiana mattress. It's worth north of $20,000. Birdie. Right hand side. Should go a little to her left. Back of the green. Yeah, well read, nicely rolled. So on well off the mark at the 14th. Try to bump that through the fringe, not carry that onto the fringe. Oh, tell you what, she has been dazzling from around the greens. This back 9. You see the players come down the hill to this 11th green and then they hit to 12 on the left-hand side of the screen, work their way straight back up again. A little bit more weight on that forward foot for Im Jin Young off this down slope. It's at least a club out there. Strike was good. Yardage was poorly chosen. Kelvin coming up the hill to the 12th. Tee shot, only a 9-iron left in this par 4. Buckets using a little quick, but good, solid shot for Kim. This camera angle gives you a good idea of that slope. Really important to try and maintain your spine angle. Square up your shoulders with the angle of the slope. Yeah, it's okay for Kim Min-sol. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. Looks to be a little flatter for Shin-sil from the left half of this fairway. I think just right of this pin will do. Very nicely played. Really well played. Try and whoop. 14's not really a hole where you're thinking of making birdie, but if you do, it's a real bonus. After that very tidy second into the 12th, is this 15-footer. Trying to get to 6 under par. To 6 under par she will. The target for many of these players, they would know, get within 5 of the lead, 4 if you can. 18 holes to play. You know, anything is possible in this game of golf. We've already seen it today, a couple of hole outs. Lee Jin-young and Ang Shin-sil on the 10th, but no one has been able to challenge Jeon Hee-sung on the top step of that leaderboard. She continues to lead by 1. First to putt over the hump. That'll kick this ball right on 11 for her birdie. Try and see if this ball rolls smoothly through the fringe, because we've seen a couple of strange bounces already from the back edge of 13. Looked to get through pretty good. Still can't pick out the right line. Pace was all right though from Sun 7. Another stress-free kick in for a par. Sol, it's got to be positive. Send this out a little further left than you think. She's burned a couple of edges today, hasn't she? Good effort. That great tee shot. That's all that's left for Saintnine to try and take it to 3 under. Well earned birdie too for Saintnine. Give yourself a little breathing room to that projected cut line. Shinsil after another fabulous wedge shot. What a start to the back nine this would be to go 3-3. So immediately get within 5. Oh, I gave her that putt 6 inches out and somehow it's across the front of the cup and doesn't drop. Did everything right. It's a microcosm for golf. You can do everything right, still not be rewarded for it. Just patience, patience, patience. That is the key. Cleanup required for Im Jin Young's part. Iron up to the 12th. Long iron in hand. Pitch that short of the green, but does get a nice little friendly kick, so around 18 feet for her birdie. That was a few moments ago now. Live with An. Starting to pick up a couple birdies, but still needs 1 or 2 more to play tomorrow's final round. She's got a club less. It's 7 iron. Oh, and here's another excellent shot from Han Ji-hyun.
네, 알겠습니다.
Song Kyo Rim. The 8 here, and that's the right club. Get a little help off that side slope. Come around a little more. Good shot. Shinsil. Reach the 12th tee. It's about as straight as you can point this hole. All about 2 good swings. Turning a little left. Needs a soft kick to avoid that left rough. I think she's okay. cameraman out there, Im Jin Young. That was just a practice swing. Everyone calm down. With the Rejuan Championship in Thailand just taking so much pressure off her. You don't have to think about how to keep your card for the next 2 years with that exemption that winning a championship brings. Plan your own schedule. Play with a certain freedom and freeness that maybe can lead to more victories later on in the year. The clink of confirmation tells you that that one hasn't dropped for Cho Ayan. Sol. Of how those arms hang down so straight from her shoulders. It just tells you perfect distance from the ball every time she sets up. Not reaching for it, not too crouched over. And for a 19-year-old to poke it out there 255 meters uphill just tells you she is something special. Gaya Golf Club tucked up in the mountains just outside the city of Gimhae in Gyeonggi Province, South Korea. The KLPGA Tour, the men's tour here in South Korea, just getting underway this week with their first event, the DB Insurance Group Pro Meet Open. It's going to be the men's first major in a couple of weeks' time at Namseol at the Maekyong Open. I'm going to be up there covering it for the Asian Tour, co-sanctioned event where, well, no non-Korean has won at Namseol in the last 21 years. It is a place where the South Korean boys have dominated. Always a great feast. Golfing action. San Ji-hyun looks to try and find another birdie. That one's a little too high. If she wants to find the birdies required to book a tee time tomorrow, she's at 3 over. 2 here would certainly help. Beautiful, great shot from you. Players can just about see the top third, or maybe just the flag. This flag's thick, just about trusting your number and the required adjustments you have to calculate in for the elevation as you come into this 12th green. Yeah, did her sums right. That is a stellar shot from Im Jin Young. Sol, next to go. Off a slight upslope here. Wedge from 105, gonna have to be a big one. Yeah, pretty good shot. Choi Yun-woo has reached the 15th. She'd love to play her way into the final group for another time at Gimhae Gaya. She's got a 9-iron to this par 4. Flag today pretty much smack dab in the middle of the green. That's probably the worst iron shot she's hit this afternoon. feet. Just makes things a little finicky. Easy to spin out of this and leak it right. That's pretty good from Bung. About this time of the championship last year where she really started to hit the gas pedal. She's going to have to do the same for a different reason in 2026 because she needs to catch Chun Yi-sung, who still remains atop the leaderboard at 12 under par after a morning round of 67. It's now Kim Min Sun's seventh turn to tackle the formidable 14th. After the equation's done, found the fairway. She's got 5 iron in from 163 to this slightly raised target. Started that one well outright, trying to hit a big slinging draw. Now gets a nice kick. That should continue to release. Yeah, good solid shot. Insult back on the 12th with an outside chance for birdie. just be moving a little to her right at the end, a little up the hill, so got to give this enough pace. Again, bang on line, just needed a little more conviction. Downhiller for Kyorim at the par 3. Start turning left there, surely. Yes, well done. Kyorim with a couple of birdies gets to 7 under par. A lot of players miss this putt low. See even Jin Young can figure it out. So it looks to be trying to start this far enough left. Didn't hit it hard enough. Poor effort. Joe's got another birdie. I know that she's going to keep on fighting all the way to the end. Uphill a task as it may be. Shinsil. Another step closer to the top. Good stroke, good birdie. Bang Shinsil also to 7 under par. Wu chipping from just off the edge of 15 after that poor second. It was a little racy. Kim Min-sun, 7 chance here. And outside one at that on 14, tracking nicely, but again, excellent pace control. Takes so much pressure off your game when you know you're dialed in speed-wise on these greens. Hit a green regulation. Can she make a putt? Make a birdie the old-fashioned way? Not if she can't get it to the front edge of the cup. Gosh, that's frustrating. Solid though. It's Lee Seung-yeon. Just trying to find something to take out of this week. Kim Ah-ro-mi, she knows her chance of cashing a check this week at Kim Hae-up is out the window. Try and take some positives into the rest of the season. Try and find something. That'll help. That'll definitely help. Now they start going in for Kim Ah-ro-mi. That 77 yesterday morning really hurting her chances. So for par now on the 15th, and Wu. That's klutzy. Just a 9-iron in hand for the middle of the fairway. Walk off in a bogey 5. Inexcusable error for a professional golfer. Hole 2 is having a nice tournament. This is her third shot to the par 5 night. She's at 5 under par. So the hard part of 14 is done and dusted. Get a tee shot safely away here on 15. It's just going to be a short iron into this raised green. To the tee at 30. Bang Shin-sil is on the charge. What can she do with this 145-meter par 3? Is it going to stay up on that high side? Yeah, just about. Jin Young. Seen a couple of players trying to use that little ridge left of this pin. Try and feed that ball close. Let's see if Yin elects to do the same. Certainly start a little further left than Barnes, cutting back nicely. Good solid shot. If you can hoist it plenty high, but I've seen that the best play here is definitely just left of this pin. Just gives yourself the most room for error, as it were. Started that right, turning it a little left of the stick. There's that slope, should start to feed. It's trying to collect. It's okay. Minsan 7, now up the hill to 15. Don't want to spin out of this one and leak it right. Getting very gettable flags smack in the middle of the green. Got through that one nicely. Excellent shot from Kim Min-sun 7. It's a great birdie look. She finally about to tie Chen Yu-sung at the top of the leaderboard. She's had her fair share of chances this back nine. Now on what looks to be the 14th, pitching from the other green. No, that's the 18th. Jo Hye Lim. 9th hole of the day, so still time to try and pick up the birdies she needs to move to that mark of 2 under, although, whoa. He's going to have that for par to stay at 1 under par. Minsan 7 has an opportunity on the 15th hole to finally move alongside Chen Yu-sung at the top of the leaderboard on day 2 here at Gimhae Gaya. It's a birdie look, but she's going to have to give this one plenty of respect. Pretty quick from back here in Salt. Downhill moving off the right. Surely. Oh, goodness. Another great putt that goes unrewarded for Kim. Looking to shake off that sloppy bogey on the 15th. Here she is at 16, the last of the par fives. Jin Young. Nice look here from just past the pin at the 13th. Up and out of it quickly, she knew. For a share of the lead, Kim Min-sun 7. Set herself up. Excellent approach from the middle of the fairway. Still got to get the job done. Don't see too much break in this. Not enough for her to start this outside the hole. Just about picking a line and committing to it. Yeah, very good indeed. Center cup for Kim Min-sun 7, who regains a share of the lead. 12 under par, first birdie since the 5th for her. She's had to stay very patient. Shin Sil is also having a very good Saturday afternoon. This putt will be coming uphill from the right-hand side of 13 green. Didn't hit it. Just didn't have the pace. EJ on. Birdie look at the 18th. Brilliant second to give herself only about 8 feet to try and move herself to 2 under par. Oh no, she hasn't. She has. It was straight in the jaws. Just hit the brakes. Shin Sil on the 14th, again with her power advantage. This hole not as intimidating as it would be for a number of other players in this field, but you still got to get the tee shot away safely. A little cup spin on it if you can. Turn that one over, needs a soft bounce, or gets it. Share of the lead now for Kim Min-sun 7. Still a par 5 to come. It's nicely played down the left-hand side. It's the right shape for this hole, just a little peeling cut off that left-hand trap. Nothing soothes a bogey better than a bounce-back birdie, and it doesn't come at 16 for Choi. To tap into all the patience she can muster right now, Kim Min Sol. Looking at the right edge of this fairway. Good swing. Flatten out the ball flight a little. Keeps it on the short grass. Certainly has all the tools to be a world-class golfer. She is a world-class golfer, Kim Min Sol 7, but pardon, Kim Min Sol, but she will continue to refine her craft. Just 19 years of age. Green is where we find Cho Ayana, just short of it to be geographically correct. Lots of real estate to work with here for Cho. So a little low chip and run, try and get that to chase on down the hill. She's undercooked that one by quite some margin. Saw this about 10 minutes ago, but this was Jo Hye Lim for her par at 18. Live with Cho Ayana after botching that relatively simple-looking chip shot. Lengthy one to stay at 5 under. Pretty costly bogey for a player who showed so much promise right before the COVID pandemic hit. Just has not been able to find much form since. Did pick up one victory, but underachieving by her high standards. Sokyo Rim coming into 15. She's got wedge. Looking to attack, and attack she does. The line is going to be at the TV tower behind the green, or just on the left edge of it. Anything short does not kick up. So you've got to land this on the putting surface. It sounded heavy, and it looks like it's a little left. That was absolutely perfect. Got to get my eyes checked. It's the second time I've done that this week. Down to 17, and Choi Eun-woo. Pin the day right on the front of the green, just 6 paces on. stick, but all in all, that's a solid tee shot. Playing out of the first cut of rough. Gonna be a little bit of guesswork how this is going to react once it does hit the green. Shows you the difference. Junior coming from the fairway, that ball grabbed a little with that first bounce. Shinseal's just scooted on. Now to the co-leader at 16, Kim Min-sun 7, just trying to leave it handy for her third. Looks to be a nice flat lie for Kim Min-sol back on the 14th. Tied into this par 4. That's a beautiful golf shot. It's textbook right of the pin. Good distance control. Just for her sanity, one of those putts needs to drop. She's played a lot better than the scorecard would indicate this Saturday afternoon. After that great shot into 15, Kim Seo-rim with another look for birdie. Pretty straight looking putt as well, maybe just a touch from the right side. Okay, slips it in the side door. That's 4 birdies in her last 6 holes. She is 7 under par for this second round. This putt slides off to Choi Hyun-woo's right on 17. She hit it. As she hit it. Decent effort. Here too many players complain about walking off this 17th with a 3 this week. Seung-yeon, stonking tee shot into this par 3. And should be rewarded with a lovely birdie too. Chip and run. Needs a little more release. Okay. Good solid shot. Similar shot required for Bang Shin-sil running through the back of the green here at the 14th. Just going to carry it past the upslope about 2 paces onto the green, then it should all just funnel out from there. Steady. It's pretty good, but it's an awful little knee-knocking distance coming back for par. So he hit on 16 with her third shot. Gets that to grab nicely. Beautiful. All you can do is hit good shots, hit solid putts. Give yourself the best chance for that ball to drop it. Whether it does or not, that is not within your control. You just got to keep putting yourself in positions, keep knocking on the door, and at some point, you'd like to think someone's going to open. Not to be on the 14th though. Kidman Sol, another frustrating par for the Teen Titan. Let's head up to the 16th and catch up with Kim Min Sun 7, who's set to play her third. Strike is key here. Good contact, going to get some grab on that first or second bounce. Curious there. He just caught in between clubs. Jin Young. All these putts from this range have lacked some pace. See if she can rectify that on the 14th. Certainly looked more committed. Just didn't quite get the line right. Cho Ayan has reached the 15th. Like a bit of a heavy strike. The reaction of the ball to Greenwood confirmed that. Just a little clunky. Does release on and has a chance for birdie as we drop back to 14 for Bang Shin Sil's par-saving putt. These are the important putts you need to hold just for momentum's sake. It's such a good afternoon already for Bang. Thought that was going to try and get away, but catches just enough of the hole to drop in. She knows she got away with it. Now an outside chance to move into the lead by herself on the 16th. This is Kim. Not going to drop, but relatively straightforward clean-up putt remaining. Yes, it looks like Hong Ji-won. Oh, this is for double bogey. Goodness me. Oh, and it has been an absolutely rotten back nine for Hong. It's going to be an inward half of 40. Remember, she started the day, or she slept on a share of the lead after an opening 65. She's going to end up only making the cut by a single shot. That's how quickly things can change. 15th tee. Kim Min Sol with the honor. Beautiful shape on that tight little draw up the left side. Triple bogey 8 to end a nightmare back nine for Hong Ji-won. 7 unanswered birdies yesterday, just the 2 today. She tumbles out of a share of the lead. A share of 38th going into the final round. Not the day Hong was looking for. Back to 15 and Bang. It's too tight up the left, but not quite as much draw as Kim Min Sol.
Whoa!
Yeah, Jin Young to round out this group of the 15th. On the green is Ayan. Well, clinks into the bottom of the cup. Didn't need to see that drop. You could hear it. Nice recovery after the bogey on 14. She gets back to 5 under par. Here's Choi up the closing hole. She'll be a factor come tomorrow afternoon. Knows what it takes to win around here. Oh, almost a one hop it in. It's a really good shot into the par 5. Lee Se-hee. Not going to walk off with a birdie 4. That was a pretty wavy stroke. Not committed whatsoever. Squanders a good chance. Checking on An Ji-hyun, who's been battling to make the cut all back 9. She's got it to 2 under. This is a big par-saving putt to keep her on that mark. She manages to coax it in. Great putt there for An. To say we got pretty fortunate with the weather this afternoon. Remember, it was about this time yesterday where a little bit of rain started to pelt the players. Forecast looks good for tomorrow, so hopefully that little atmospheric aggravation on Friday was the only anomaly that we're going to face all week here in the city of Gimhae. Jin Young sending that 9-iron on the way to the 15th green. Excellent distance control. Good, solid shot. Perfect springtime day for some golf. Some good quality golf at that. Gimhae Gaya. Should be Shinsil next to go from the left-hand side of this fairway. As long as the lie's clean. It's going to be Kim Min Sol. See Shinsil's ball there just a yard closer. As long as it's a level enough lie, this is not a difficult approach shot at all. Not with a wedge in hand and the talent of Min Sol looking to create another good birdie opportunity here. Played that almost like the ball was sitting down a touch. Good strike, nice shot. Player that has been dialed in this afternoon, sort of flying under the radar with, Kevin Sol and Bang Shin Sil surging. So Kyo Rim 7 deep on the day, playing her third shot to 16. And that'll get a little help off the backstop. Bang, that looks to be a nice clean line. It's coming a lot higher, one hand off the club. Didn't like it, but distance control was spot on again. The 17th, and Kim Min Sun 7, who has a share of the lead with Chen Yi-sung on 12 under par. Should just be a perfect 7-9 distance for her. Oh, it is. That's a fabulous shot from Kim Min Sun 7. To wait 10 holes between birdies. Might not have to wait very long for her 6th of the day. Currently sharing the lead with Chen Yi-sung. Kim Min Byul has moved it to 10 under par. Those are your top 3 here in the late stages of play Saturday afternoon at the Nexen SaintNine Masters. It's a chance for Kim Min-sol 7 on the 15th. Gently down the hill, should stay pretty straight the last couple of feet. Right early on her, but trying to come back. Another frustrating par. Still gotta be patient. Maybe she's just saving those putts and saving a little luck for Sunday afternoon. Up ahead at 16. Seokyo Rim trying to take it to 9 under for the tournament. Doesn't come back from out there. A lot of putts left on that left side. I think it wants to move right, but it just hangs. Shinsil. From right about pin high here at the 15th. Maybe just a smidge of movement to the right. Touchdown hill. Pours another one in. Bang Shinsil to 8 under par. And around she's piecing together. And Kim Seo Rim, she's 7 under par for her day. Making the most of a calm afternoon out on the golf course, but here's the lady who could be in the solo lead come day's end. Kim Min-sun 7. A great birdie look at the par 3 17th. And she'll take it. Set up by an excellent 7-iron. Back-to-back birdies. Kim Min-sun 7 sits all alone at the top of the leaderboard. See one, play one. And Jin Young, can she do what she did on 10 after Bang Shin-sil holed out for eagle? Just follow in her playing partner. It's for birdie. No. Not on that occasion, just hung it on the left edge. Kim Min-byul, unmistakable silhouette of a player who's just gotten it to 10 under par. She's finishing on the front side of the golf course, so this is the par 3 6th. Pitting today 7 paces from the right edge of the green. Yet to win on the KLPGA Tour, but possesses so much game. Lost in a playoff for the Korean Women's Open a couple years ago. Lost in 2 playoffs that year, in fact. Lengthy one from Lee Seong-yeon's birdie at the home hole. Needs to get a move on. It's not going to stretch. To the 18th tee, and Lee Se-hee just 2 good swings away from comfortably making the cut. Just into the right rough, but that's okay. That's what the players face next to the featured group, the long par 5 16th, longest of the 4 par 5s. Kim Hae-gaya, no one able to reach into, so very much a 3-shotter. So even the longest of players on tour. It's under par. That would be some scoring, and it'll certainly send her into tomorrow with a ton of momentum. Choi Yeon-woo. Nice way to close out a solid afternoon. This for birdie at 18. Looked a little right off the putter face, and it stays right. Still, 2 solid days for the former champion here, Choi Yeon-woo. I promised more. Make a birdie since the 10th, but that'll be a 69 for her. Going to the final round at 8 under. But how far back is that going to be? At the moment, it's 5. As the leader takes to the tee. You're at 18. A little more than a kick in, but shouldn't pose Lee Seung-yeon any trouble. Yep. Good 2-putt. That's a nice 67 for Lee Seung-yeon. Only 3 on the day. Professional golfers take a great amount of pride in bogey-free rounds. Now back to 16 and Kim Min-sol. On the other side of the golf course, outside look for a birdie. Ooh, that needs to settle. That's a little racy. Ooh, clumsy. Jae-hee, another player on a heater today, coming towards the end of her round. She's at 8 under par, and this is her 3rd to the par 5 ninth. Former winner of the Singapore Women's Open. That victory coming just past 3 years ago now, as Min Byul has just sweat over this comeback of a par at 6. Solid. Nice recovery for Min Byul.
나이스.
저 앞에 플레이하고 가실게요. 앞에 멈춰주세요. 앞에 멈춰주세요. 앞에 그만 가실게요. 앞에 멈춰주세요.
Okay, he's just trying to get the gallery and the cart path to settle down before Im Jin-young plays her 2nd to 16. You can see nothing good left of this hole. Just trying to keep this one up the right half. Turn a little tight draw off that tree line. On the green, the 4th for Cho Ayan. Pretty makeable spot where she's left it. Grabbed a little quick, not going to get the release she needed. That's a little nerve jangler left for par. Shin-sil looks like it's just going to be a hybrid. Trying to leave herself her favorite number. Every pro has one.
굿샷.
Star just went well out right midsole. She knows her shot shape. Nice to hit that big slinging draw. That's fine.
볼이 4개인데요?
Just got to be careful of that club face turning over with the ball above your feet in that right rough. Read the line nicely, executed the shot beautifully. Nicely played from Lee Se-hee. Kim Jae-hee to post 9 under par, just like Jung Yoon-ji did this morning. Very nice finish to the round. Fighting away. That's a 63, 9 under par for Kim Jae-hee. Brilliant stuff, and that included a bogey. Wonder she's all smiles. She's going to be right in the thick of things, seeking a second KLPGA Tour title tomorrow afternoon. All eyes now turn to the 18th fairway, where Kim Min-sun 7, your leader by 1, set to play her second to the last. Should just be a nice comfortable wedge, anything but left. Stay there. Okay, that was brave. Third shot. Jin Yong into this 16th hole. Pin back left today on this par 5. Seen a couple of good ones in already. Solid. So, good level lie needs a birdie or two just to give her a little boost going into Sunday. 93 meters left on the par 5 16. That's another glorious wedge shot. Minbill on the 7th, coming from the left-hand side of the fairway. 3 shots adrift. I think a birdie or two coming in. She's going to be in the final group. Oh, that looked good in the air. Just comes up a touch shy. Shinsil angle's not quite as good from the left-hand side of the fairway like her two playing partners, but she's got enough green to work with. She's been hitting her wedge as well. And she's going to give herself another great look at birdie. Fabulous from the defending champion. To the 18th and hopefully the final stroke in Kim Aromi's week. It's been a tough week for Kim Aromi. Again, just 17 years of age, plenty of promise and talent. Saeed, why not make another? Good putt. Unlucky, but been a gutsy performance on this back nine. Knew she needed a couple of birdies. Certainly delivered with some quality shots. And she will be around to contest for that 1 billion Korean won total prize purse tomorrow in the final round. So, will the lead be 1 or will it be 2 for Kim Min Sun 7? A birdie putt to come on 18 for the 22-year-old. Gave it a mighty try. Not going to match her opening round of 65, but a really solid 66 on Saturday is going to see her carry the lead into Championship Sunday, seeking a second KLPGA Tour title. No drop shots through 36 holes for Kim in San 7. That is some solid golfing. So we return to In Jin Young for her birdie on the 16th. Good, but not for the first time today. Just lacked a little speed. Now her journey in her first KLPGA Tour start of the season is going to come to an early end at the Nexen SaintNine Masters. 73 today for Kim Arumi. No further part to play in this tale. 2026 now. Come on, Minsol. Roll one in. You're long overdue. Nicely done. Finally, another one goes. That's just a fourth of the day. Into a share of fourth with Jung Yun Ji. Kim Jae Hee. Could include Bang Shin Sil in a couple moments' time, or is this for yet another birdie? Very good indeed. To look awfully familiar to scenes we saw last year. Shinsil with a big round on Saturday. Gets to within 4 of the new clubhouse target set a couple moments ago by Kim Min Sun 7. Back out to 18 and So Kyo Rim. Gets that stick the landing. Very good shot. On 7, Kim Min Byul. Would she get it to 11 under par? Tracking nicely, going straight in. Barring an utter capitulation over the last 2 holes, that might be good enough to see her into the final threesome tomorrow. Shinsil got 7-iron here. Punchy follow through, trying to take something off it. Glorious distance control. That's in the better side of the hole to be putting from. 17th green tilts significantly from right to left, so that's going to be an uphill putt. So go back to the 18th. And Lee Young. Oh, that close to getting to 10 under. He's picking up a little, certainly more than it was yesterday, but he's not deterred the afternoon starters from putting together some excellent rounds of golf. Lee Young amongst them. Let's see if that long-awaited 4th birdie has settled Kim Min Sol down a little. She's next on the tee at 17. Just a little shy. No harm done. club with her two playing partners. That's a good shot. Should stay on that front section. Indeed it will. Jin will be safely into the weekend or into Sunday. She'll have to start it well back at 4 under par still. Cashing checks, that's the #1 goal when you tee it up in a professional event. She's going to definitely do that. A couple of shots to spare. Just the 1 under par. 71 today for 21-year-old Yang. A bid to play her way into the final round. Going to come up short. Just had too much to do, but she could at least end on a positive note. And she will. Back 9 of 32, but the damage was done on the front side. The former Rookie of the Year. Definitely think about making this. His kick's going to be a little left for Kim Min Sol. Skidded on her touch. Stayed aggressive, I like that. I don't know where her headspace was at. She wasn't trying to just finesse that down. She was trying to make it as we go up to the last. And the runner-up from a couple of weeks ago, Saw Kyo Rim, to end her day with a final flourish. Just a little stabby, straight through the break. Having a good tournament. Despite a bogey on 17, will go into the final round inside the top 10. 66 today. Left to right slider now for Jin Young. Was that a little low? Oh no! Hung on, held its line. Good birdie there, takes her into the top 10. Could she get to 10? Oh, yes, she can. Great birdie for Bang. This fantastic round continues. She is 6 under on this back 9. 9 under for the day. Low round of the day was a 63. Shinsil still with the 18th to come. As we go to Min Byul on the other other side of the golf course. Here she is on her second to last hole of the day. That's very good, and it's excellent. This one plenty of care and attention from Minsol. Just be inside left half, nothing more than that. Staying so patient, works so hard to give yourself chances at birdie. Hate to give a shot straight back after picking one up. Pushed it straight off the putter face. You could see it. That's disappointing. Former Korean Women's Open champion. Sweated a little on this back nine, but this is a birdie putt on her final hole of the day. And she will ultimately safely make the cut after a round of 71. Inbill. Great shot into 8, just off the birdie at 7. She could get to 12 under par. Not much movement at all in this. Another one goes for Kim Min-bill. The birdies are coming in bunches this afternoon. She has one hole to play and could move alongside Kim Min-sun's 7. Wouldn't that be something? For Shinsil, just trying to get one away safely down this 18th. Dreams of defending the title still very much alive. Just leaking a little right, should catch a piece of the fairway. Just in the right rough, but that's okay. Gale, or Cho Ayan, excuse me, up ahead on the green. Got a little sloppy on that back nine, ultimately rounded in 69. Pretty flat, calm out here at the moment. Got to put that little misstep behind you. And Salt, good swing on this. Certainly playing some very good golf. Launch that one up high. It's a nice kick. Gonna stay in the right rough. Up on the green, Kim Shi-hyun for a closing birdie. Line looks clean, so should be able to get onto the back of the ball pretty okay. Not too much rough to speak over this early part of the year in South Korea. Great shot for Im Jin-young. Even for the players at 7, 8, 9 under par, they'll look up at rounds that Kim Jae-hee posted, and certainly whatever Bang Shin-sil goes on to shoot today, Kim Min-byul as well. They'll think, you know what, there's a low 60s round out there in these conditions at Kim Hae-gaya. You never know tomorrow. This tournament, someone in the early groups posts a low number, gives the leader something to think about when they're dealing with pressure. This tournament still very wide open. Didn't seem to like it, but gets the release. Bang Shin-sil is going to have that putt for a 62, wouldn't you know it? On 9, Min-byul obscured second shot here, but she should know the line. Just pick up one of those driving range poles in the distance. Yeah, nicely negotiated. Min-sol has just sat down a little, so this might come out a fraction jumpy. Read the line nicely, executed well, good shot.
정말 조급해지지 않도록 노력했고 저의 놓인 상황에 그 샷만 생각하려고 했어요. 그러다 보니 이렇게 좋은 결과가 따라온 것 같아서 너무 기쁩니다.
Three very nice birdie looks coming up on 18. First to putt will be Im Jin-young. Not the first time we've seen that movie today. Just a little shy with her speed. Shot up coming into the 9th for Kim Min-byul. If she gets this up and down, she's going to move into a share of the lead. Kim Min-sun 7 with 18 to play. Didn't get the grab, suggesting maybe the contact wasn't quite as crisp as Min-byul would have liked, but she's got a look. Yeah, back on 18, Kim Min-sol for a closing birdie. A round of 68. Story of the day, unfortunately, for last week's winner. Min-sol will have to settle for rounds of 67, 69 to start her bid for back-to-back titles this week. Still not out of it. Bang Shin Sil roll this one in for an inward half of 29. A round of 62 to go into Championship Sunday just 2 shots back. Trying to defend a title successfully for the first time in her career. She won't have the pressure of being in that final group. She'll be in that penultimate 3-ball with Jae Hee and Jung Yin Ji. It's just a poor stroke, really. Didn't take nothing away. Not the flashy finish, but home in 30. Round in 63 matches, the low round of the week. She is certainly still a contender, and a strong one at that. With 1 day to go.
진행하겠습니다.
Is she too far back? Oh, maybe, you never know. Only going to have to get some putts to the hole if she wants to challenge, but that's a bogey-free round of 67 for Kim Jin-young, the lady who currently tops the money list here on the KLPGA Tour through the first 3 events, and we're shaping up nicely for a real Sunday shootout at the Nexen SaintNine Masters. Will Kim Min-bill have a share of the lead going into Championship Sunday? This is for a birdie to tie Kim Min-sun 7 at 13 under par. Just outside of 12 feet. Now, it's a little too high. That's still a really solid day's work for Kim Min-bill. She's going to be in that final threesome tomorrow alongside Kim Min-sun 7. 65 today after an opening 67. Chun Hee-sung will complete that final group. But a whole host of players still in with a shout here in the 13th playing of the much beloved Nexen SaintNine Masters. Certainly hope you can join us for what promises to be a compelling contest Sunday afternoon at formidable Gimhae-gaya. It's Kim Min-sun 7 who leads by 1 over 2 players at 13 under par with just 18 holes left to play. Looking forward to your company tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye for now.